Welcome to Interview with a Lockpicker, brought to you by Broke Picks. Prepare to enter the shadows.
I didn't do the countdown. But today we got Lord Kodiak in the interview room here. If you'd like to say hello.
Hey, everybody.
And he's a pretty talented guy. He said that coin you made blew my mind. It blew my mind. But so how were you introduced to the community?
Well, not by the ethical and legal standards. With my work, I travel quite extensively, and last couple of years we've been renting Airbnbs when I'm out of town for lengthy times. And on Airbnb, they're supposed to disclose laundry facilities if they're paid or free. And they claimed they were free. When I got there, the dryer, you had to pay $1 to dry your clothes. The washer was free. But like a lot of commercial dryers, you had to put the cycle through 2 or 3 times to get them to actually dry.
Yeah.
And I get quite muddy in my profession. And I was having to do laundry 2 and 3 times a week downstairs, where my wife was anyways. And feeding $1 at a whack was getting quite expensive. And I got a little upset about that and spiteful. And I was like, hey, I got a 3D printer upstairs. I'll just make me a whole bunch of quarters. So I 3D printed about $30 worth of quarters. And I filled that machine up. Then my wife was getting nervous. She's like, if they come by to collect their quarters and it's just a bunch of plastic in there, they're going to be upset with me. And I don't want to deal with them. I was like, well, I'll buy a set of lock picks and I'll figure it out. I was not successful. Those things are hard to get into, just the way they're designed. Of course, I had cheap Chinesian picks as well. But as I was sitting down there, I was looking around, taking a break after about 30 minutes, not knowing what I was doing, bumbling around. And I happened to see on top of the fuse panel a little shiny nub sticking off the side of it. I reached up there, sure enough, there was the key. So I was able to get all my plastic out of it, and then I just recycled the quarters that was in it over and over and over and over until we left. But that's how I was introduced to it, and then start watching videos. You know, you search one thing on Google, it's all over your Facebook feed and YouTube and everything else. So you can see Lockpicking Lawyer, Lady Locks, DMAC, Lock Noob, all the greats. And that kind of got me really hooked to it. I took my little cheap set of picks out to the work site with me. I was like, hey, we got a padlock on it. Number 2 rule wasn't applying at that moment. I was picking this lock and picking that lock, and I was like, hey, I can do this. So then I invested in a Sparrows kit, one of their big sets, and that was a world of difference. And then I went from there and went to Covert Instruments, bought everything they had, and next thing you know, I'm Jimmy Long's buying everything he has. Yeah, it's an addiction. I'm hooked.
It's an expensive addiction too. Why can't I have an addiction?
It is.
That's cheap,
Yeah.
But, so are you doing the belt system there?
I am. I'm currently a blue belt. Trying to get it to a purple belt. Stealth Rogue Lock Sport, he loaned me a Gen 2 quickset lock, smart lock, to work on. I've gotten into it about halfway, I guess. I've not been totally successful with it. I've got a D9 brown belt gold in dimple lock, which I've gotten that one open a few different times. Not real consistent with it yet. But I might put that in with it just to get the purple belt.
Yeah. That quick set. If I remember correctly, I think I did get one open. I'm pretty sure I got one open, and then I don't know if I want to see one again. I'll kick the door open before I try to pick one of them stupid things.
It's different. They say once you figure it out, it's easy, but my brain hasn't wrapped around it yet.
I don't even care to, because the other thing is the Schlage keyway was always my kryptonite for years. I couldn't. I really struggled with Schlage. I even had G Keyman make me a bunch of Schlage um, mortise cylinders, and I just sat there for days
Uh,
and days and days and days and days, because I mean, no matter, I can pick black belt locks. Any lock you put in front of me, I can get it, but I will struggle with a Schlage. Even now,
uh,
and it's not even that, they're not even that hard to me anymore. So I don't even want to look back at the quick set. Those gave me nightmares. Is there anything that you would like the community to know about yourself that maybe they wouldn't know?
well, about myself, I guess I'm just an old school type of person. I believe in your word is your bond, honesty, integrity, and I take my character very seriously. I don't know if that's lockpick related or not, but that's about me. So, as you know, a lot of times I'll do laser work and I don't charge up front. You know, if you burn me, then that's shame on me, and that's the last I'll deal with you. But and I'll just do something else with it. But uh, treat everybody with respect. You know, support and respect, and that's what I hope I get in return. But
Yeah, I'm kind of the same
very
way.
inquisitive.
I That's very important to me too, because the life I've led and the mistakes I've made and things like that, and all I ever had was my word and my uh integrity, and
Yeah,
it ain't much, but it's all I got, so I take it very seriously. So I know where you come from with that.
absolutely.
And I think this world has gotten a little away from that, especially with the anonymity of the internet.
Oh yeah, keyboard warriors.
Yeah, they used to drive me nuts. I'll be like, I will drive to your house. But yeah, I get it. So what did
In
you?
a past life, I was a in my past life, I was a long haul truck driver, and same thing on the CB. The anonymity, you know, they're all mouth, want to argue and everything else, but when it comes time to show your face, they're nowhere to be found.
Yep,
CB Rambo's.
yep. I like CBs. I need to get another one, but that's beside the point. Um, so when you started your channel, what was the original reason you started your channel for? Was it for a belt system, or did you have a bigger plan? Or
I did not know I even had a YouTube channel for many years. Apparently, I created it in 2018, I think. Had no idea. Uh, And then last year for the belt system, I needed, you know, get into the green belt and blue belt. You got to have video proof. And I was like, well, I need to start a channel. And my wife was like, you already have one, I'm sure. I'm like, no, I don't. She goes, you need to check. Sure enough, I did. So I uploaded my first video. It's purely for belt reasons, is why I uploaded the very first video. And then from there, just kind of goes with the territory to show yourself picking locks or just talk about other things or mail call videos or giveaways or whatever.
yeah, yeah, it you really fall into the community and jump right in. Once it's getting over that first video, I'll tell you what, my first video was. I really wanted to get that pack lock patch and stuff. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I was
Yeah.
so nervous, and all my uh, lock picking stuff was put away and in storage. All I had was, I think I had literally just bought the covert instrument, the McNally set, and the that gravity pick. So all I really
Yeah.
had was a gravity pick. It took me 19 minutes to open that thing. I was so nervous. I'm sitting there going, I don't know what to say. And then I just started talking. Just I had diarrhea of the mouth, and I was like, oh, it was a disaster. It's still up there somewhere. So if you want to watch something hilarious, watch me try to pick a pack lock for 19 minutes and just going off. But yeah, so I get it. Is there anything you would like to tell, lock sporters that are coming into this crazy little community we have here? Any tidbits of advice or
Don't be afraid. Go give it a try. Everybody's supportive. That's one thing that's great about this community is nobody. Of course, there's better pickers than you, but nobody holds that above you.
yeah,
They'll come right back down to your level and be happy to help you. So don't be afraid. Just get out there and say hi to people, and they'll talk to you and treat you just the same as an equal. Even though you can't pick the same lock, they'll treat you as an equal,
yep,
and they're happy to help in every which way possible. Uh, Great advice. Just ask.
yep, I agree. They and it's weird once you get past that uh initial nervous state, you know, I just it doesn't matter who it is. I'll just hop right in and be like, "Hey, what's going on? I got a question for you." Blah, blah,
Yeah,
and they're like,
exactly.
that's how I got talking to Lock Noob and um, all kinds of people. I'm drawing a blank now. I forgot what I was going to say, but um, so are there any lock sporters in this community of note you have would like to mention or give a shout out to?
Oh, there's more than I can list, and everybody says the same thing, and it's true. You just can't name everybody. I'll miss a bunch of people, but I just want to give out a few just for simple things they've done for me. Um, Wild Billiam, right in the bat, he made me or designed me a pinning tray with my logo on it. I have 3D printers, but I haven't got that part of the design aspect down. So I wanted to thank him for that. You got Swamp Picker. He pushed me to do the Lockjaw Night Watch video. Um, he pushed real hard, kept calling me out on videos to get me to do that. But he's a cool guy. He's just cool all the way around, man. I had to thank him. Labs 13, same thing. He's been very welcoming and everything. He's helped me along. Elroy's Toys. When I was a yellow or orange belt, I was fascinated with his challenge locks he was creating, and I was like, I'd love to have one. Sure, I couldn't pick it, but I'd love to have one. And he actually sent me one. Uh, it took some effort, but I finally picked that thing. Not sure what I was doing at that time, but I finally picked it.
Yeah,
But it was really cool. He does a lot for the community, and he passes those things around. He don't get nothing in return for that. That's a lot of money he puts out in time.
he's a
So
great guy.
he's
He lives right by me. We hang out quite often, and
yeah,
he's a great guy. All those guys you named are
he,
awesome people.
he is. Um, C Stu Do, Not Too Dead. They kind of had a falling out a little bit, but they brought me into the Shackleman fold, and that's another obsession right there that I had no idea about in the beginning. Um, you got Walt Cade. He does a lot of good things in 3D prints for people. You got Greg Potter for all his lock bundles he sells to newbies, uh, which is good in this industry to help people get locks to pick.
Yeah,
It's great. No Key, just an
yeah.
awesome dude. You got Lady Locks, Aaron at Southern Specialties. He does a lot for the community. I got to
Oh, he's
thank him.
great.
You know, the dude's a rock star,
He is.
a veteran. The company they run, just total rock stars. Stealth Road Lock Sport, like I said, he sent that purple lock for me to work on. Lockpicking Hippie, got to give him a huge shout out. When I was new, Grouchy had the 220 giveaway going on, Grouchy Lenny.
Yeah.
And I had entered the giveaway, but it was only for U.S. residents only. And Lockpicking Hippie, he nominated me if he won that I would get the winnings. And sure enough, when I was on vacation out of country, he won. And I got that. So I got to say thank you to him for that. That was very unselfish and
He's a great
really
guy.
cool. And then I'm going to shout out a little channel of a new picker. It's Little Swamp.
Yeah.
No relation to Swamp Picker, just Little Swamp. He's doing a lot of good things over there. Very small channel right now. I don't think he's even at 50 subs yet. But he's dying to get up there so he can start doing live. So give him some support and go like and subscribe to his channel. Seek him out.
Yeah.
Good guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I talked with him. He actually, we did an interview with him yesterday. I say we like there's
Okay.
have a whole crew of people here, you know. But he did the interview. He's a really cool guy. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I spoke with him over on Reddit and then brought him over to, well, he was already on Discord too, but brought him over to Discord and we talked a lot in Discord. And he seems to be a genuine dude.
Yeah, he really is. So, what is your favorite thing about Locksport?
Kind of the same thing I already talked about is the inclusion and non-biasness towards everyone. You know, it's just, it's a love fest. I hate to say it that way, but it's a love fest. You know,
Yeah.
Everybody's equal. Everybody's willing to help. It's nice to belong to a community to where there is nobody trying to be a gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no negativity. I think I've seen one comment, and they didn't last long. That wasn't a positive comment for somebody.
Yeah.
And the self-policed very well. And you just don't find that on anything anymore.
No, you don't.
Just nowhere. You can't even find that in your own family.
Exactly.
But this community it's a family, and everybody gets along, and everybody's out to help one another and support each other in their goals. And if you have problems reaching your goals, they're there to prop you up and get you to them.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about this community. It's very welcoming. They make you feel like you're one of the people.
It's a family.
It is.
And it's very important to me, and I totally agree with you. It's, you know, one of my things is it's my escape. This world is, the outside world is so horrible. I just don't even want to go out in it anymore. I don't want to watch TV anymore. I don't want to see people die anymore, you know? And this is something that we don't have to, we can connect and have a good time and have some type of community like the world is supposed to be, you know? And I think that I
Right.
can't speak for everybody, but I think that may be true for more than just me, you know? So.
Right. Yeah, it's like a brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know,
It
really is.
A true brotherhood, not a.
Right.
But. Yeah, so with that, is there anything you'd like to end this part of the interview with? Anything you'd like to say? Shout out?
Well, I'll be short and sweet, and I'm just going to say this about you. I wanted to thank you for doing these type of interviews and picking up the baton where LP 1969 left off. He done a lot of great things for introducing us to everybody in the community, and you've picked it up and you've taken off running with it. And I wanted to say thank you for that. It's something that I enjoy, and I'm sure a lot of other people enjoy. And then your extended interviews after the fact is something that was missing, and something that I wanted, and I'm sure other people did as well. So I wanted to say thank you for that, Broke.
Well, I appreciate it.
You deserve some notoriety on that.
I'm not in it for notoriety. I just hope everybody who enjoys it will watch, and I thank Lockpicker 1969 for doing all he did, and I hope I do him proud and the community proud, and I'm the same way. I could talk all day about locks and picks and life and ups and downs and with like-minded individuals. So with that, if you'd like to stay, you got the opportunity to stay for the Into the Shadows after show. There's no um, hard feelings if you don't, but that option's always there. And with that, we can end this portion of the interview. And I appreciate
I
you.
appreciate it.
I truly appreciate
Thank you.
you coming on. It was a joy talking to you, and thank you very much for coming on. Alrighty, guys. I will catch you next time. Make sure you check out Lord Kodiak, and we will see you next time as soon as I know how to shut it off.